repair the vehicles. From that, it'll be game. So GoogleFrog giving Numbers an inch right now, but Numbers may not be able to turn it into a mile if he's not careful. If he is careful, he might have a chance building more test pulsers. Numbers, however, has very few resources, very few RPs. He has some LC, but he doesn't have much, and that's a Bastion there, 2 more Foundations, and it looks like a bunch of test pulsers coming in. Good options, maybe a couple of Zion pulsers will be useful right now to take care of that siege base, but I don't think Numbers is aware of it at the moment. He's focusing exactly how we are, and he hasn't seen it coming, but the forces of GoogleFrog are coming in, once again, attacking the Bastion directly, actually. Not scared of it at all. All the test pulsers, or maybe there's, no, those are a lot of test pulsers as well, are actually retreating from the battle. Some Zion pulsers, but mostly test pulsers. That is not going to work very well. However, the test pulsers have changed their mode of attack, and it looks like GoogleFrog is going to be just aborting this attack entirely, or delaying it to a bit later. So Numbers moving up his forces to help defend. He's trying to do as best he can with his inch. I think maybe up to half a foot now, but it's certainly nowhere near a mile. Numbers is going to need to really focus on this defense. But his, like I said, a mid-ground depot, mid-ground annex, mid-ground base. Like, GoogleFrog has a rush distance of about 5 seconds. That is not going to be hard. That's not going to be hard to deal with at all, is it, Numbers? Like, seriously, that's going to be hard to deal with. That's going to be a nearly impossible thing to deal with right now. Numbers need to attack it like a minute ago, if not sooner. Unfortunately, and the thing is, Numbers does have that minute if he wants to attack it. Unfortunately, I don't think he had the forces back in that time to deal with it, so it's going to be very tough for him. He's going to have to try to defend, but he doesn't have the resources, he doesn't have the RPs. GoogleFrog is getting more and more map control, getting more and more RPs, and the attacks coming in from GoogleFrog's point of view, actually about 30 seconds ago from when I said a minute ago, and that's going to be, I should say, when I actually said go back a minute, and GoogleFrog is actually going back to that minute. No, never mind, he's going all the way back to that minute, and is going to be attacking as well, and it looks like at this point, Numbers pretty much has no chance. No units coming in, he has a lot of forces coming in, but he's focused more on the future. He does have a lot of chrono energy spent. However, when he is recharging very quickly, he doesn't have a lot building up, though. He doesn't have any gate tech coming up to try to help reinforce in the future, which would be about his best bet, his only real bet at this point. And he doesn't even have a lot of production going on. He's focused more on, I'm not sure what exactly. GoogleFrog, on the other hand, is focused on, if he's focused on production, it's too late. GoogleFrog, however, is focused on this past point in time, scouting around, he's trying to figure out, making sure that Numbers is not being a weed, is not trying to put himself wherever he can to avoid dying. And Numbers, no, he is not. Numbers is actually, I think he has his backdoor expansion, or backyard expansion may be taken, and he has no foundations around the map anyway, so GoogleFrog, definitely the advantage for position. I think he's just waiting for a delayed attack before he just goes for it, finishes off Numbers, because making sure it's in the unplayable pass, best option. So GoogleFrog is currently scouting around, making sure nothing's going on. Numbers is also teleporting around, just probably double check what exactly is going on. Attacking the main base directly, and GoogleFrog will be seeing that as it happens, though. It will probably see it as it happens. It's hard to tell. I can only see the main base from the minimap right now. So, Numbers' main base is not being attacked that heavily, or not being attacked at all, while GoogleFrog's main base is not being attacked that heavily, and it will be destroyed very rapidly. Yeah, that Stein Pulsar did a tiny bit of damage, mostly scouting force. Good to know what's going on GoogleFrog's base, but Numbers may have figured out what's going on, at least to the extent that there's nothing going on in GoogleFrog's main, so GoogleFrog's probably building elsewhere. If he figures that out, then he might have a chance. Slim chance. A very slim chance. And actually, yes, he has figured it out. So, Numbers has figured out what's going on, but I don't think there's enough. He doesn't have enough firepower coming in at once. He needs to go back, get all those forces in at once, and if he's lucky, he'll be able to take care of it. It's really coming down to the wire on this. I don't think he'll be able to be focused on the Bastion with his 9 pulses. His test pulses are not attacking directly. That's the problem. His test pulses have been retreating this time and not attacking. They attacked and retreat. I'm not sure exactly why. I must have been an order to them beforehand to retreat and defend if we were to undo it. So those test pulses have retreated, and his 9 pulses ended up dying in the process. So at this point, Numbers has pretty much lost it. There's no way for those test pulses to really get through and actually get rid of all those Shin Turchers. Valiant effort, but not enough, I'm afraid. And that foundation they destroyed has actually been rebuilt as well, so Numbers has dealt 0 damage. Numbers has cost GoogleFrog about 80 LC and 20 QPs, cost him about the cost of a test pulsar, losing 3 test pulsars in the process. That's not exactly a fair trade. Actually, and 3 Zion pulsars. Not exactly a fair trade. Numbers is really against the wall right now. I don't see him getting out of this. I think really, right now, best strategy, Gate takes me to search for GoogleFrog so he can teleport at will. He can get slipgates. He has a slipgate, actually, so he can do whatever he wants right now. Best strategy for Numbers is to try to win Game 3. At this point, Numbers has no real tech. He has auto defense, but he doesn't have Halcyon Class. Halcyon Class would actually be a possible route, but he doesn't have a lot of money to spend on it. The thing is, a couple Teth Halcyons, 2 or 3 Teth Halcyons, actually maybe 4, if necessary, would be able to take care of these Shin Churchers, and would also be able to do well enough against ground to be able to take care of most of the base, but unfortunately, he doesn't have Halcyon Class. He has auto defense, and that's it. GoogleFrog does have Halcyon Class. He hasn't actually started spending money on it yet, but he does have the ability to get Halcyon Class units. Numbers trying to harass the backdoor extension of GoogleFrog, but not doing a whole lot. Unfortunately, it's going to be one Zion Pulsar against the world, and right now, GoogleFrog has the whole world under his control. He can just take care of it at his leisure, or not even bother if he didn't want to. GoogleFrog could still be underlined, but it's very close. GoogleFrog's units, what he has right now, is going to be enough to take care of anything that is... Yeah, okay, anything that Numbers has is being destroyed right now from Numbers' point of view. GoogleFrog's point of view, he hasn't quite sent the teleport attack yet, but he will very shortly. Once that happens, yeah, here's the attack. Here's the attack on the backdoor extension, actually, which will be destroying RPs, but I don't know why GoogleFrog's doing this. I can understand if you want to harass RPs, but GoogleFrog has half a dozen Shin Churchers to 3 Zion Pulsars. GoogleFrog wins. Like, that's the thing. GoogleFrog is... Actually, maybe they're Teth Pulsars. I don't know if they are. GoogleFrog has this game. All you need to do is go for the attack. 3 Bastions have themselves over, so GoogleFrog has lots of time he had. Numbers is going to be able to defend somewhat against this. Not a whole lot, but still somewhat. And the Bastions, more Bastions coming in. Numbers really needs to get some air units right now. All he can really do is either Halcyon Class or air units. He's probably got more money to get air units than Halcyon Class, but still very low on cash. All those Bastions did cost him a lot of money, and he's not getting a lot of LC coming in. So, if he loses that backdoor expansion, actually, if he loses the backdoor expansion, he's basically lost the game. From his own point of view, he has hardly any cash, a bit of cash, enough to get some extra units, and he has done a Halcyon Class. Okay, never mind, actually, this time. He did get Halcyon Class, so that is going to be good. Probably got it a bit later than or earlier than we are now, but no, he actually got it even earlier. Sorry, he did get Halcyon Class, he hadn't gotten any Halcyon Class units. So he did get, looks like a Teth Halcyon, probably will get another one pretty soon. But he's lost pretty much all of his RPs. And the Bastion is doing what he can to get rid of the Shin Churchers, sorry. But, no, Zion Pulsars actually are coming in and attacking GoogleFrog's main. But GoogleFrog has 2 Zion Halcyons coming in, which will be able to deal with that, no problem. And also his base is getting heavily attacked, or not main, sorry, the natural of Numbers, I should say, that is being attacked directly. Yes, there we go. And it looks like the main GoogleFrog is getting an aerial control center, so he is getting air units. So he's got both Halcyon Class and air units. I don't know if he can afford both. He really just needs... You know, I don't think he actually gets through this. The amount of forces coming in are going to be able to destroy these Bastions without any issues. And from there, we'll be able to just take care of the rest of the base. I think Numbers has pretty much lost whatever timing he may have had. He may be able to pull something out of his hat, and I'd be really impressed if he could. But he has hardly any resources. He has hardly any tech. He has Halcyon Class, yes, but he doesn't really have any money to spend on it. He has no Halcyon Class units. And that's kind of the important part. Getting Halcyon Class is nice. Getting Halcyon Class units is the whole point. So, as a result, I don't see Numbers really being able to get out of this. And he has GG'd, so yes, that is the game. So, Numbers down 2-0, GoogleFrog up 2-0. This will be one more game if GoogleFrog manages to take the last one. And so, Numbers will be able to choose the map for the third game and possibly last game. This is getting really down to the wire. If Numbers can hold this off, he will be able to start fighting back. Actually, he'll be at 2-1. If he's really lucky, he will be able to get a 2-2, but he's really got to push. He's really got to remember anti-air. Anti-air is the key right now. That is what GoogleFrog has been using a lot of, and that is what GoogleFrog will probably continue to use a lot of, because he's not likely to switch his strategies up that quickly. So, anti-air, if Numbers gets that, and Numbers focuses on that, he will be able to have a fighting chance and possibly be able to win. But he's got to focus on air, he's got to focus on tech, he's got to focus on possibly a bit of harassment too. But against GoogleFrog, that's really tricky to pull off. However, a bit of harassment may still help out, at least distracting him to get him out. And if he does that, then he should be fine. So let's double check the map being picked. Okay, Numbers has requested a 5-minute break, so we will be back shortly. Don't go away. We will be back with the third match of the best of 5 finals of the Temporal Anomalies Season 1 tournament between Numbers and GoogleFrog. Stay tuned.